All right, Stav, LC coming to town this week. You opened up with a series win on the road at Olu. It's always a tough place to play there. Heading into the series against a really good LC team, how excited are you and how encouraged are you after the first week of conference play going into a big series?
Yeah, ultimately, I think we should have won all three this weekend. But it's always good to get out of Olu with a series victory, especially at their place. They've got a good squad, and I really like the way that we battled all weekend. Now kind of taking that momentum of a series win back here to Riverside with LC coming in, and they've been playing some really good baseball this year. So I'm really excited about that test and should be some really good baseball this weekend.
And coming off of this past week, I mean Kaiser's red hot. You've got a number of bats that are red hot, but he's kind of leading the way. 6-game hitting streak, multi-hit games in 5 of those 6. Just what have you seen from him in this offense? I mean, you saw it. They almost came back in game 2 of that series with Old Lou. Just what have you seen from them that has you encouraged that this team can go out and win any game, no matter what?
Yeah, absolutely. It's all the way up and down. The lineup, you never know who's going to be going hot that day, and we're just looking for that consistency. When we play with good consistency and just have great ABs all the way around, it's the possibilities are endless for this squad.
And pitching, I mean, once again, really good showings from Jones and Baker. And just what have you seen? Because it seems like not just the starters, but the bullpen starting to come around. You're starting to see guys step up that maybe weren't figuring to be big pieces, but now they're starting to earn roles, and you're starting to add more depth and consistency in the bullpen. Just how's that shaped out over these last few weeks for you?
Yeah, all 3 of our weekend starters threw good this weekend. That game 2, we had a couple miscues on defense that ultimately hurt us, and that was the difference in the game. But we'll fix that and we'll be fine. But yeah, the bullpen's coming together. We're figuring out who's going to get out there, who's gonna fill it up the right way and compete, and they've been doing a good job, especially here lately. Just figuring out what their role is, what they do well, and executing pitches. So that's a big thing. Go out there, execute, do your job, and that's going to be ultimately how you're going to help your team succeed. So, yeah.